Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new, back with another World of Outlaws Dirt Racing Career Mode episode. We are finishing out our 305s here in the regional series. We got a 42-point lead over Melair. We had some really good races. Husitz, we finished 6th, and we gained points on Melair because he finished way back in 13th, so that was fantastic. Port Royal, he ended up winning, but we went from 15th up to 3rd, so made the points only 6th there, so we got really lucky. Well, not lucky, we were actually really fast there, but luckily we mitigated the amount of points lost there, and then we worked our way up to 5th at Lucas Oil, and Melair fell back at a late restart, so we gained those 6 points back. So 42-point lead with Lernerville, Charlotte, and Eldora, and we were good at Eldora last year, so we should gain points back on him there. It's just Lernerville and Charlotte that I think he gained points on us last year. He has 3 wins on the year. We have 2, so hopefully we can try to do well here at Lernerville. All right, I'm pretty sure we struggled here last year too, but that top 5 goal right now, we are not hitting. That is the fastest I've ran so far here, but definitely not hitting that top 5 goal. 4:11 for qualifying, kind of crazy, but we'll do the best that we can here. Hopefully we can qualify okay, like maybe around 15th or so, but we'll probably be running really hard in the heat race to try to make the main. We'll see where we'll be. Hopefully we can run all right, and I think in the race we'll be better off, but I do think we struggled here last season, because this was definitely not one of our better tracks by any means. 9:39, not fantastic, but the track did get really slick there in the middle to bottom, which is mainly where I run, because that top lane is not fast for me. That really pushed me out hard there, but 21st, yikes. So what are we starting? 5th in heat number 1, so pretty sure there's 5 heats, and yeah, there's 5 heats. Top 4 make it, so we're gonna have to try and get by Minium in front of us or Boyer. We have some freaking hitters in our heat race. We got Minium, Boyer, Holden in 2nd, and I think it's Hackenberry up front. He qualified 1st out of everybody, which is kind of crazy. But hopefully we can try to get by Minium or somebody Rex maybe in front of us. That'd be really nice. Getting under Minium there in 3 and 4. That cut down I do in 3 and 4 is real nice, but she runs super high. I'm going to try and slide up here off of turn 2. Try and stay in front of her if we can. Just so I know we can make the A main, and 4th here would be 16th, so that would be pretty nice. A lot better than going through the B main and starting back in 21st. And if Boyer and Holden get together in front of us, that'd be real nice as well. But it looks like they're getting pretty spread out. We got 3 more laps to try to hold off Minium. She is ripping that outside, getting a huge run on us down the straightaways. Not down the backstretch very much there. That cut down in 3 and 4 is working out really well for me, actually, so I'm happy about that. So hopefully we can keep that up. Kind of got too sideways there off turn 2. I just need to not turn in too early in the turn 3 to run too low. But final lap here, got a half a second on her. So really need to do well. Really good 1 and 2 for us. That top in 1 and 2 is not there for them, it seems like. But 3 and 4, they're definitely faster in. But 4th, I'll take it. At least we go straight to the A main. I'm not sure where Melair is going to be, but he didn't qualify a pole, so that's a positive for us. Where is he starting, though? He is starting 3rd, so he qualified 3rd. He won his heat, and we are, at least he finished 3rd in the qualifying dash, that is, and we're almost getting moved right off start, and there's a wreck behind me. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Josh Jones. Got into our left rear there right off the start, and he went right around. I thought we were going to be getting sent or something right off the start, but luckily I don't think we had enough speed for that. I need to try to pull down quicker or something to try to get under Ned Hill under us. I didn't want to catch his right rear like that almost, and then he's going to try and pull down at the way, but now we can get down to the bottom just fine. Very sideways there. Minium trying to work that outside just like she did in the heat race. But we'll see if we can go forward here now. Melair in 3rd, getting under Ned Hill now. We're up at the 15th. Boyer on the outside, getting up to 14th. Dang, we got all the way down there into the grass, and that actually kind of worked, shockingly. I thought it would just kind of send me back up the track. Got up to 12th there. We got a 2-for-1. We got Ned Hill and Dustin Young. I think Dustin Young went super wide there in 1 and 2. Getting up until 11th. Let's go. Bolak here is 3rd in points right now, and he's all the way back here in 10th, which is pretty shocking. But this is I don't understand. There's some tracks like Port Royal we were like this. Lucas Oil we were like this. We just don't have that raw speed for qualifying or anything. It's the race where we really make up our spots. Like the heat race, sometimes they're still really fast in the heat race, but then sometimes in the A mains, we just go forward a lot of the time. So, oh, I did not expect Swift to still be there. Might be able to get a 2-for-1 here. Not quite. Got in front of Swift at least. Hendershot still stayed on that outside, though, really well. Need to get like a better turn down there. I think Melair fell back to 4th, so we're definitely going to be losing some points to him unless we get some restarts and we could work our way forward. But still, we got 42 points on him coming into these last 3 races, and I know we're good at Eldora from last year. We were really good at Eldora last season. At Charlotte, I think we were decent at. I don't think we were super fast by any means, but we were okay there. Fred Arnold being a little slow here. Getting side by side with Hendershot. It's getting real tight here. I think that's a lap car on the outside, actually. That might be Josh Jones right off the start from what happened. Getting in front of Hendershot there. We had a good 1 and 2. We had some really good speed there. Bolak and Arnold right in front of us. Melair, I think, is still in 4th, maybe 3rd at the most. But at least he's not winning, getting those extra points and stuff. That's such a good 3 and 4. Got to the inside of Bolak. We're going to be able to get by him. Try and mirror drive him a little bit. Stay up in front of him on the straightaway. Yeah, going all the way down there in 3 and 4 actually works really well for me, which makes no sense, but it does. It does work. I don't know why. Ooh. Dylan Smith upside down, going into the pit lane area, about to go flipping into the RVs and stuff. He is going to be quite slow here off the start because he got flipped upside down. So we're up in 9th, should get up into 8th in front of him at least. Malair's on that outside in 4th, so hopefully he can lose some spots too. This is kind of what happened to him at Lucas Oil. He had a bad restart. Oh, don't get Dylan Smith because he's slow. He had a bad restart at the end, and we ended up getting by him and stuff. Yeah, we're bad in turn 1 off of a restart. I turned way too much and all that. But he is only 3 spots ahead of us right now. He might get back those 6 points on us unless he gets some more positions, or we might gain some as well. Who knows? Oh, they're flipping on my outside. I barely saw it on the very right side of the screen, but we're at 8th now. So we actually, I think we're going to be up in the 7th real quick. I think Fred Arnold here is the one that went flipping off of Holden's right side off the track. So they're getting real dangerous into each other there. So I think I'm just going to stay to his outside. Actually, no, I'm going to cross down under him because the bottom is definitely better for me overall. But I know he's going to be slow. Try not to slide up too much on the exit there. Melair getting a good start because he's on that inside now. But we are getting by a couple guys there. We're up in the 5th. How are we here? But I don't think we're going to finish 5th, honestly. Holden and Waters being real tight. Melair all the way up in the 2nd now. That's crazy. And it's the final lap. I didn't even realize that. We're going to hold on to 6th. We didn't get our sponsor money, which is unfortunate for that top 5, but they were flying there at the end. But we lose, what, 2, 4, 6, 8 points to Melair? We had 42 points on them. That's not the worst in the world. So I will take that. That's not bad at all for us. So hopefully we can do well enough here at Charlotte. Yeah, we have a 34-point lead over him still. So yeah, as long as we do okay here at Charlotte, we'll be good to go for Eldora. Very happy with how we're doing this season, and we are just gaining this money. I might have to repair the car, though, because I did destroy it at Lucas Oil in the last episode. That will get us over $400,000, and we don't have to repair the car. Wow, okay, we're definitely going to repair it after Charlotte, though, just because we are... Oh, wait, what happened? Gaining good reputation among fellow racers. We're a good, clean driver. I don't know about that one. We wrecked Josh Jones right off the start, I think, pulling down into his right front, which is pretty funny, but that's just a funny timing for that. So going into Charlotte, I think we'll definitely have to repair the car after this race, but 34-point lead. Big track for us. We'll see how we do, because we did well at Eldora last year after getting the chassis upgrade, and we actually did good at Port Royal this year. So hopefully Charlotte can go well for us as well. All right, we got almost a 10th faster than the practice goal, but the qualifying goal is going to be a couple tenths faster than us. 590, that is crazy. So we're going to have to do our best here, see what we can do, try our best to qualify well. The last, 2 or 3 races, we've qualified, 20th or 21st, I think, all 3 races, and then we still finished somewhat toward the top 5 somehow. So we've been pretty good in the races, just qualifying is not our forte in the back half of this season. Some of the races early in the year we were pretty fast, but we'll see where we go from here. 750. I tried to move the wing back, and it got real tight there. I just moved it to -1, and it was super tight compared to 0. So I might move that back to 0 for the race and stuff. Yeah, 10th, that's not bad. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Starting second in Heat 5. That could put us in the qualifying dash, finishing second, which would be really nice. Got Jake Waters out on pole. And we'll see if we could try to finish second here and go on to the qualifying dash. Worst we're going to start is 10th if we make the qualifying dash, which is nice. Try to get down behind Jake there from State Farm. This is his side gig on the weekends. He runs high in 3 and 4. We might be able to throw a slider on him if he stays up there. In 1 and 2, I might try to throw a slider. No, he's going to hold that outside. He's very fast in 1 and 2. It seemed like 3 and 4 was my opportunity on that last lap, and I don't think we're going to catch him now. We only got 5 laps. We're already pulling away from Josh Jones behind us, which is pretty good. So it looks like we're pretty set in for this qualifying dash starting in 10th. Really, all I can do is go forward in that, so I might as well throw caution to the wind there. We're going to have to repair the car after this race anyways. So I'm going to try and start as far forward as we can because Melair will most likely be in this qualifying dash also. Wouldn't be shocked if he's on pole because he won 5 races last year. He has 3 this year at the moment. And Eldora, he didn't win, I know that. Like Charlotte last year, he might have won. He might have won Lernerville last year too, but he finished second this year because of that late restart when he was in 5th. So we'll see where he's at in this qualifying dash for where he started, like from on pole and stuff, wherever he was at. Because I imagine he's going to be on pole in one of his heats. So where is he? He's 4th, so he was in heat number 4 there. So he actually might fall back off the start here, being on the outside. We'll see. Want to try to get under Dustin Young here before turn 1. Maybe get him up the track a little bit and get in front of him. Got Hackenberry just in front of us as well. Didn't get a good run off of turn 2. So we're already up to 8th. We've already gained 2 spots. If we can gain a 3rd here in front of Ned Hill, that would be fantastic. So I could start on the bottom at least. We did get in front of Ned Hill. Ooh, Ian is not too fast either. Might be able to get up to 6th, which I'll take. It's just another row up. And we'd have to cross under 5th. But also, I'm okay with that. Being another row up will be nice. Ian going high here in 3 and 4, and I think 3 and 4 is not as good for them as it is in 1 and 2, but he does hold that outside. I barely clipped him, but luckily it didn't mess us up. We've already gained some spots, so I want to try not to lose it now. Ooh, 1 and 2 was not good for him. Interesting. So Jake was faster in 1 and 2 up top, but worse in 3 and 4 when he first went up there, but now it seems like some of these other guys are worse in 1 and 2, where we are gaining those at. So we already gained 4 spots. Melair got up into 2nd, actually, it looks like, which is crazy. And they're wrecking at the line. Jake Waters putting Kaiser up into the wall, so there might be some bad blood going into the A main here between them two. We'll have to pay attention to that, see if they get into each other at all. But Melair starting out there in 2nd. A little unfortunate that he gained those spots. I need to try to cross under Boyer, which we successfully do. Try to see if we could hold it under him, maybe get up into that top 5 early. We do not right off the start here. But able to hold our 6th place, which is nice. Melair falling back, starting on that outside. Love to see that. I kind of want to throw like the deepest slider in the world, try to slide up in front of him, which we do. Let's go. Up into 4th right away, and he runs that outside, getting passed by Dustin Young and Kaiser, baby. Melair goes flipping. Melair goes flipping in the mirror. That is huge for us early in the race. And he goes flipping. He's going to be super slow the rest of the race. Oh my goodness, that is going to lock down the championship for us, I think, because I don't think I'll fall all the way back to 20th, even if I go flipping or something, unless there's like not a caution for us, which has happened before. Literally, I think that's going to lock down the championship for us. We just have to go up here and finish pretty much. Oh, getting into Dustin Young ahead on the outside of us. We were like 3 wide there. They're still trying to hold it out there 3 wide. Boyer getting by us. Yeah, 1 and 2 is just not fast for them for some reason, but we are going to get up into 3rd place here. That is awesome. Bolak out in the lead. Bolak might get back into 2nd in the points actually after this race, which is crazy because Melair is going to fall super deep in the field. Like, he might finish dead last in this race if nobody else goes flipping. Like, if it goes green the entire time, he's going to probably finish last in this race, which is absolutely crazy. I've been hoping and praying for that for the entire season to happen to Melair. He goes flipping early in a race, and he finishes deep in the field, if not dead last. That has been my hope every single week, and we do get another caution, so that's big. But I've been hoping for that all season long so we can get a nice points lead over him. We already had a pretty good points lead on him. We had to like scratch and claw our way forward to get that, and we finally are gonna get our wish at the very end of the season, where we didn't really need it at this point, but it made for some interesting battling throughout the entire season, trying to pay attention to where he was. And we actually might be able to go out and get this win here if Bolak's going to go high there. I'm going to try and throw that deep slider. He's going to be fast in turn 1, though. I kind of messed myself up for that back straightaway, because 3 and 4 we are a little quicker than him at, but 1 and 2 is where he is pulling away from me if I don't run it right. That is how you run it, and I'm going to get almost side by side with him. We might be able to go win this race, and Melair could finish dead last, which would be crazy a turn of events. We do get the wall a little bit there. I went too low. That's going to slow us up some. I still know I can catch Bolak. I feel like we can. Boyer gets up behind us in the 3rd, and he is absolutely flying right now. I don't know where he came from, because Jake Waters has fallen all the way back into 5th. That is the 1 and 2 we need every single time, and I think if I run 3 and 4 exactly the same, we could be just as fast, it seems like, but he does have a good 3 and 4 there. 1 and 2 is definitely where we are catching him. We're catching him more in 1 and 2 than he's pulling away from us in 3 and 4, it seems like. I think if I go lower into 3 and 4 early, we catch up. So I know the strat to catch up to Bolak. I just have to execute it and try and pass him here. And Melair is in dead last. Look at him up here. He's in dead last with the other guy that just wrecked. That is crazy. This is going to be the biggest points day that you could possibly have, unless I don't finish first. Like, if we finish first, biggest points day ever. But if not, it's all right. But he's actually getting up into that guy, and it's going to come to a dead stop. Can we get in front of Bolak? No, we can't. Dang it. I thought he was either going to run into that dude, or we were going to barely be able to inch him out there at the end. But I might be able to dive under him here into turn 1. We might be able to get the lead off this restart because of Melair. Like, honestly, all because... Oh, not able to get a great start. He is blocking us down the track, and Ned Hill is going to get to our outside. I should have just stuck to his outside. Dang it. Not a great restart for us. Try and stay up here, though. We're going to have 2 laps to go. Want to at least get back up in that 2nd spot. Dang it, Ned Hill. That restart was really bad. Bolak had an awful start. I was trying to lift to get behind him, and then he blocked all the way down the track, so we weren't able to get under him into turn 1, and then everybody else just tubbed me on the outside. We'll see if we can try to get in front of Ned Hill here in 3 and 4. It does not look like it, so we're going to finish 3rd. Not terrible, but Melair is one of the last 2 spots on the track, which is absolutely huge. Where did he finish? Was he dead last or 2nd to last? He was 2nd to last. Hackenberry ended up finishing last, but hey, I can't be more happy. That was a fantastic race for us, and we're going to be up 1,000,000 points on him and Bolak now. That was definitely the end of Melair's championship run this season, 100%. Like, he might fall to 4th in points or something. He finished so bad. He is still 3rd in points. Okay, we had such a big points lead over 4th place that he is still 3rd by 1,000,000. But we have a 76-point lead over Melair, a 70-point lead over Bolak with 1 race remaining. All we have is Eldora, so that pretty much locks it down for us. Actually, that 100% locks it down for us. I think we could finish not even in the A main. We could finish in the B main, and we would still win the championship. So that's going to be another $31,000. That's fantastic. That will get us close to $450,000, but we do have to repair the car here going into Eldora. It's only the tires. Honestly, do we need to repair the car? Maybe. I'm just going to repair it because I think it will be better for us in the long run, like for next time we get in this car too. And we'll just have Eldora as our only thing that's like worn out on the car, and we'll be good to go. Like, in Eldora, I think we'll be fast here as well because we were good here last year. And if we just finish in the showcase, honestly, we're going to get that comp cams. I'm going to get that sponsor just to get the initial payout, because we're not going to get any more payout from MSD because this will be the last race we have. And then when we go to the next series, we're not going to have a sponsor anyways, so nothing's going to be paying us. So I'm going to get that comp cams after this race and get the initial payout of $7,600, and that'll be real nice extra money for us. So let's get on to Eldora and see how we can do. All right, we beat the goal time. We ran a 1, so really the only thing we can go out here and do is try and win this race overall, pretty much. Like, we're not going to qualify top 5 by any means, but we could go out here and try to finish up there and try to win this race overall, because we did really well here last year. I don't remember where we finished exactly, but I think we finished like a top 10, top 5 type of race. It was a pretty good one for us. I was very shocked with how we did, honestly, overall. So hopefully we could do the same this year. We're going to have to fight and scratch our way forward in the heat race because qualifying is going to be kind of rough for us here just because it's so fast. 134, that's my new record. It actually might have tied my record. I feel like a 134 is what was there before. But that was faster than we had in practice, just barely. But I will take that. Not too bad at all. Trying to get down to the very low side, but not right there at the wall because it gets very bouncy down there at the wall. Second lap was a 151, so very consistent. Starting third in heat number 4, which top 3 advanced straight to the A main as well. So we're going to see if we could try to go up there and get in front of Jake on that outside in second. And I don't know who the 67 is, Ken Duke Jr. So definitely recognize the name from these showcases. But Jake's going to pull down in front of us. We're going to rip that wall down there in 1 and 2. And probably get up in front of Jake here off of turn 4. He's going to have that run. But we're going to shut the door on him, and then we're just going to run this bottom side and see if we can make it into this qualifying dash, if we can beat Jake here. Jacob, I should say, not Jake, because Jake Waters is Jake, but he is Jacob. I'm mirror driving the hell out of him right now, and I'm pretty sure in the A main I either ran this line or I ran just above the slick up there as well. Both those kind of worked out pretty well for me, so kind of play around with it in the qualifying dash a little bit. We actually pulled away from Jacob a little bit there as he runs that outside. See, 1 and 2 is really good for me down there, it seems like. And I'm trying to get like a little bit of a cut down there in 3 and 4. But we're running really well, and that's the end of that. I thought there was one more lap, honestly, but that was a quick heat race. We got 24 laps here in the A main, and my cat is yelling at me with a toy in his mouth. You guys could probably hear it in the background. But we're in this qualifying dash. Melair is right on our inside. So like this is what I was saying last year, that we beat Melair at Eldora and we gained some more points on him. So I wasn't too worried about Eldora. It was more Charlotte and Lernerville in this episode that I was worried about because I wasn't sure how we did at Charlotte last year. But we got bailed out. Not bailed out. We were going to win the championship probably anyways because we were somewhat towards the front regardless at the end of Charlotte. That he wrecked and lost a ton of points. So it just like solidified the championship for us. And I don't see Bolak up here either. So really that they're fighting for second in the points. Those two are like 4 points apart, 6 points apart, something like that. So they're fighting for each other, trying to finish second in this year's points to me. But I'm going to see if we can try to get up into 7th here in front of Youngquist. We got 1 lap left. Ripping that inside wall, but Youngquist ripping that wall even better. I feel like he was one of the guys way up front at the end of last year's race because he was ripping that inside wall, getting by guys just like he is right there. And he just right reared Hefner, and he is doing cartwheels there at the end. That was rough. So we ended up finishing 8th. I think we gained, did we gain any spots? I think we might have went from, where were we? Heat 4, yeah, we were 10th, went to 8th. Okay, so we gained 2 spots there. I thought I was crazy that I didn't gain any spots for a second, but we did, because we got in front of Melair, and then I don't even know who else we got in front of, but we 100% passed Melair, I know that. Oh, and I think the Mayberry behind us, I do remember seeing that name. But we did get by him. Got the Broski in front of us. He's going to run high in 3 and 4. He might be able to get ahead of him, but I think he's going to get that run. No, he's going to like get cut off there on the exit. We have a million tear-offs, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Hackenberry running that outside, getting passed by a lot of guys. Youngquist goes to that top where he does not run a lot, and I don't see Melair behind us anymore in the top 10, or the top 11 that is. He might have just wrecked again. That would be hilarious if he did. I did not look up in the mirror at all, so I had no clue that there was a wreck going on. But maybe Melair went wrecking again. That would be absolutely huge. Unfortunate for him, but we're up to 7th. We'll see if we can try and gain some spots here on the restart. Being on the bottom, get under Hackenberry without hitting his wheels. That was nice. I feel like that would have really messed us up if we hit his wheels. He's running middle. Can't get as much of a run on him running middle. I wanted him to go way up top and lose some time. Youngquist all the way up into third already. Like, I'm telling you, I remember him running well last season. I don't remember if he won it last year, but he was flying. Hefner's car got fixed between the qualifying dash and the A main because he went cartwheeling there at the end. I really hope we can try and get up into that top 5 so we can get that extra $2,600 from the sponsor goal. That'd be really nice. Reed almost went flipping there. Hefner almost right reared him coming off of turn 4. Super tight. But we did finish top 10 here last season. I know that for a fact because we have this MSD sponsor, and that was the top 10 goal for this showcase, which was really shocking. I did not think we were going to get that, but that helped us get so much more money this season throughout every race. That was really, really nice to see. But we're already into the top 5. We are on lap 8 of 24. We'll see if we could try to catch up to Hefner and or Youngquist, any of them up there. I'm not sure who's out front and all that. But my cats are chasing each other and fighting. I need to stop that. All right, I stopped that, but I know we were in a bad spot right here. This is not good. I need to try to like not slam the wall, and we're gonna do that anyways. I could not stop it to save my life. That was quite unfortunate. How much damage did we get? Only 2%. That's not too bad. Hackenberry's getting to our outside. That's gonna mess us up a little bit for this corner. So we lost that top 5 spot from my cats attacking each other. At least one cat was fighting the other cat. Like, well, my 2 cats, they're brothers, and one always tries to get on the other one and bite him in the neck, and the other one doesn't fight back. So I have to like try to stop it so it doesn't hurt them. Like, they're playing, I know that, but at the same time, try not to get them to bite him in the neck like that. Like the outside of the neck, and just doesn't allow him to move, and the other one just whines. Doesn't do anything about it. So I always try to stop it to not happen. But we still got 12 laps to go. We could get a restart at some point, and we can get those spots back. Because we were 7th, I think, on the one restart that we've had, and we moved up to 5th. So hopefully we could try to gain that back to get that top 5 spot. I think we would still be holding that top 5 spot if I didn't have the pause and go and slam the wall like that, because that was awful timing. And Dabrowski is going to get flipped right there from Hackenberry, and that was the guy who probably already ended up in a wreck because he looked pretty off pace already. So Hackenberry doing that is going to help us try to get these spots back, which would be real nice, getting these spots back for us. Have to have a good start here and hold this bottom. We actually had a really good start there, I feel like. Hackenberry's still going to cut down there in 1 and 2, so not as good of a start as I was hoping, and I kind of washed up a little bit. Hendershot getting under us. That's a little unfortunate, but we might be able to cross down and follow him on through these guys because they are running super high up there. I'm right on his tail. I'm literally like bump drafting him almost. That's going to get him to move up. He's going to try and cross us back over, but I'm going to try to block him off. We're back up in the 5th, though. That's nice. Hackenberry got up to 3rd. So really, he benefited a ton off of that caution, and we're going to get another one. I don't know what that one was for. I didn't see anything in my mirror. I wasn't paying attention. But, hey, we might be able to gain some more spots here. Hendershot on our outside. Youngquist right in front of us on the outside. Hackenberry's right in front of us on the inside. Hackenberry being a full-time driver, this is a great race for him in the points, honestly. But yeah, I'm real interested to see where Melair is going to finish. I don't think he's wrecked or anything yet, it seems like. Got to try to hold the inside so they don't get under me, because I don't like to run right on the wall. But at the same time, if I don't run right on the wall like the first lap, they're going to stick their nose down there and get under me. And I could get just sent if I don't block it off. But we're up in the 4th. We got like 5 laps left, come up to 4 laps left. Youngquist trying to go up there and get the win over Ken Duke Jr., who is out there on the first right now, in first. He is absolutely flying. Because we were in Heat 4, and I think he was in our heat, because he was the 67, I believe, too. Unless there's multiple guys with the 67, I don't know. I didn't see who was out front when we were in 3rd for a split second in that corner on the leaderboard. Hackenberry's ripping that outside. We were getting in front of him for half a second there, but we couldn't make the slider up the track in time. 2 laps to go. We're in 4th, so as long as we don't do anything dumb here these last 2 laps, we should be able to get our sponsor goal. Hackenberry's getting a huge run on Youngquist right now. But Youngquist killing it in 3 and 4 right there. Hackenberry getting a big run. Final lap here. First place has a pretty hefty lead for 1 lap to go. I don't think they're going to be able to catch him, especially when he runs the bottom side. These two in front of me going to stay single file. We're going to finish 4th here in the showcase at Eldora. That is huge. Great race for us. Very happy with how we did. Melair finished back in 12th, so yeah, we gained a bunch of points on him. And where's Bolak? Bolak's back in 20th, so he had a rough race for sure. And Melair will finish 2nd in the points still this season. So 4th overall in a showcase. That's awesome. We're going to get a lot of money as well. We almost won the championship by 100 points. That's crazy work because Melair having that wreck last week at Charlotte. That's fantastic. And that's going to be a lot of money for us going back into the UMPs, I should say, because that's going to be another $35K in the bank. Have north of $475,000 in the bank. That is awesome. We win the championship in the 305s. Let's freaking go. And I think we can get the cams comp thing or whatever. Yeah, we get the 305 regional championship. We can get the cams comp cams, so we can get that 7,600 initial payout. That'll be close to $500,000 in the bank. So out of 15 races, 15 top 5s, or top 10s, sorry. Top 10s, 15 of them. All of them were top 10. That was a fantastic season. We didn't do anything dumb at the end of some races and move ourselves back like we did last year. 11 of those 15 were top 5s, and we got 2 wins. So we were super consistent towards the front. That's all I could have asked for all season. So I'm very, very happy about that. But where is the UMPs? UMPs says we are 3rd. We were 3rd in the points last year. That's what it was. The last time we've done it, we were 3rd in the points. We did 2 seasons in the 305s. I thought we did 3, but we did 2 seasons in street stocks as well. So we got both those championships done, and we only have 2 wins in the UMPs on 3 years. So that's a struggle. We had 3 wins in 2 years for the 305s and 3 wins in 2 years for the street stocks. We were just consistent, I guess, in those. But we had a really good street stock, I can see. Everything was level 5 besides the engine, so we did really good there probably. But going back into the UMPs, how many races are we going to do? I think we're going to do the licensed tracks, do 15 of them, and that will be good to go for us, I feel like, there. But we're going to, I guess, go for top 5 goals because I don't know what our car is like, honestly. But we already do have a sponsor on the car, which is nice. We get 3,100 per race. That's actually pretty solid, not too bad at all. And I think once we get to the showcase, it's showcase number 2, that is, we can get Fox Factory, get a little bit more per race, and then get back to showcase 3. So there's 3 showcases in this. Unlike the 305s, there was only 2. So that really hurt us in the 305s first season. But Fairbury, Oswego, Eldora, Port Royal for the first showcase. That's rough. Williams Grove, those back-to-back are rough in general. Husitz, Lucas Oil, I-55, Lincoln, Kokomo for a second showcase. That's a good showcase for us. Lima Land, Weed Sport, Lernerville, Cedar Lake, and showcase at Knoxville to finish it off. I need to go change my guys over to this car, but I'm thinking we're going to go, oh, wow. I think we're going to go for this engine because it's $424,000. But once I move my guys over, that will be a discount and be less. So that will be nice. But I think we go for the engine because that really did help us out a lot in 305. So that will be a big upgrade for us in the UMPs here because I could probably get maybe both of these upgrades potentially with the amount of money we have, but I think the engine helps us out a little bit more. So we're going to go back into the UMPs, try to win the championship here in season number 4 of the UMPs because we struggled the first 3 of them. I think our 2 wins maybe came at Fairbury and or Knoxville, or not Knoxville, Kokomo, Fairbury and Kokomo because they're very similar tracks to me, and those are our best tracks overall. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. Going back into the UMPs, hopefully we can win the championship this season, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.